come to you this evening. It is Thursday. It's the fifth month, excuse me. What is it? No, it's not that. It's the 7th month. Must be drunk or stoned. July. That's right, 7th month. 10th day of 2020. The Christmas. I did the same thing. My boss, I want to go to the Machine Nationals. He goes, you want April? And I go, no, I want to go. That's just kind of funny. He goes, I'll pass it forward. I know it's next. I said, I need the 18th next week off because I want to get it done. Instead of trying to get off work at the airport and run out to Minnesota State Fair and Machine Nationals. I went there last. That's a lot of fun. Good show. Lots of fun. Appreciate people coming to all those. I did. We'll do something for this channel too as well. 205 miles in my beast. All the way up north of Forest Lake and all the way down to St. Peter, and brought some steel in and laughed and cried and laughed and slapped everybody on the back. It's a beautiful day to be alive. At 3:56 p.m. Central, I look out in the backyard. I can't see the lake. The green grass and high tides are back. After they tore it up, went through my backyard like the Night Rangers. It all grew back, just like we were out there at Mount St. Helens with my brother-in-law, who passed away in North Carolina in the front yard. But he took us out there years ago in 1991. Seen videos before and after of the regrowth of Mount St. Helens. Maybe sometimes read, travel, or meet people, and you might know history. It's not a mystery when you watch it. But it's been a good week. Did my NFL podcast. I guess they were whining in Chiclet Country because somebody said that Home Slice looked a little fat. Became enraged. Build a bridge and get over it. People have a right to their opinion about Home Slice. It'll be a mighty, mighty fall for that franchise, like my beloved Criminals. We're still falling. Jerry Jones obituary first. Before 6th string, I do have him on my Deadpool. It is what it is. Eddie Van Halen made me money. Other people, I talk about that, people get all enraged about it, but they all want how they get involved in it. Family only. During our Christmas get-together, we pick it, and I guess August 2nd is the family get-together up at the cabin, I was told by the warden. Is it fine? Can sleep 20. Beds come out of the wall. That's what I made it for. Party barge and all the nieces and nephews come on up and go fishing in the dock and clean them and give all the guts for more. Cut some bullheads and gut those up and throw all the guts and everything else in the garden and back and grow things. Nothing goes to waste. Before that, got the grill out and make some Costco hot dogs and burglars and pork and beans last night. On the deck tonight will be fish. But yes, it's, Mumbles here. Tonight, the brown shirts will be with Blind Views marked the thing. But it's so, too. He's pimping and prostituting. Good old Tater. That's all he knows is hatred. Barium exposure, hello. I'm going to do a separate video. There's going to be a gay bar in Chicago at the airport. Maybe we should go together forever. But when I do build my butt cheeks gay bar, I will require you to come here and be the bartender for the Bull Dykes. Have you capitulated to your wife yet for your behaviors? Just wondering. Mumbles wants to know. But welcome to the audio. You and everybody else that comes. I'll talk about a few things, monetized behavior with YouTube and the Epstein files and the hunch. Thought they were going to get it out, but the blatant Biden destroyed it. Protecting wealthy white boys, pimping and prostituting young people. Public execution. That's all we need to do to get rid of these people of our society. it isn't that tough. I know why it is, but it shouldn't be. We all know history. What I always say, like I said, read, travel, meet people. My auntie always told me, she says, you have to learn what's going on. I told you I did the Holocaust in 7th grade. He gave me D-. It never happened. Oak Ridge Country Club, he said, don't worry, boy, we know the truth. When he passes away, he'll find all the Jews will meet him at escort him through the gates of hell. Because Hitler didn't give death certificates. You good boy. Don't worry. You good. Good man. Long past. Privileged doing that Holocaust one, but you always wish it was just a lie. But it's not a lie just as long as you believe in the truth. We always talk about World War I was supposed to end all wars. Many times you hear that. But then the brown shirts, Hitler decided to, Third Reich, September 1st, 1939, they invaded Poland and kicked off the Second World War. They capitulated in Berlin in 1945 when he cowardly took his own life. Japan pulled us in because we were cutting off their oil. We didn't storm those beaches and snap us across and free those Jews. And they made it over here. I would be speaking English, so we wouldn't have YouTube now to. We would be able to speak our piece. But to learn German and other such behaviors, that's all there is to it. But we did succeed. We had to nuke Japan not once but twice. They finally capitulated, surrendered unconditionally, September 2nd, 1945. McCarthy was the empire. We built what we took care of and took out of. We soon got into more wars. Korea, forgotten war, Vietnam, 52,200 some. Plenty and plenty of collateral damage after they came home. No legs, whatever else. Like I said, I feel like I have dicked. I can speak, I can feel pain, I have legs, I can work for a living. I had a guy who used to sleep at a gas station. It's my age. Could barely walk. I saw his obituary in the Star Tribune. He died at 62 and a half, cancer. He could barely walk around. He looked like he was 75 years old. It is what it is. When you make poor choices, men and women in blue, they make their choices. So do the men and women in the armed forces. God bless working class. The women in the armed forces, men and women in blue, like a cop called crackhead. Who are these great men and women? Air Force, Army, and the Marines, and the Navy, and the Merchant National Coast Guard uniform. Like I've said, balls the size of bathroom, ovaries the size of oak trees. Say call crackhead. If I've said it before, I'll say it again. Working class, it works every day. Hunch up on the hill hasn't worked a day in his life. Doesn't know what's going on in his own cabinet. That's a hunch for you. Dumbest president I think we've ever had. Biden was much better, but I voted Libertarian. But thank you for your service, men and women in blue. Wherever you're listening to me, whatever country, the military too as well, we appreciate it. It's time to get the Soviet Union to capitulate as well. With the war they started, and the hunch is realized not as easy as he thought it was. He said he'd get it done in 24 hours. That's another bold-faced lie. Line then or line now. You got your choices in life we've taught before. My choice, would you shower in the shower of Penn State? I would not shower in the shower of Penn State. Not a chance. Catholic churches should be burned to the ground where there's crime scenes. period. Portable. Hanging. Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts would be fun for children. Brothers and sisters, schools, whatever. Instead, being exploited, and no one cares till it's in your family. Look the other way, right? I had a guy I worked with years and years ago, and me and my buddy were talking back and forth about publicly hanging these pedophiles and murder rapists. And he found he was all mad. A while later, his brother, what's a pedophile? He was mad. Well, guess what? You want to be a supporter of that behavior? Not in my world. I had a good childhood. My nieces and nephews have a good childhood. Simply execute. These people down in Texas who didn't do their job should be dragged to the gallows. Dragged to the gallows. The senator is in another country during 4th of July, then slow walks it back. Really? What are you doing overseas? Arm over FUD? Same thing when we went to Cancun. Make a better choice in your life. I wouldn't shout that shout like I said. P stood for Penn State. We got Penfield University. Don't slam a locker and tell two people to run off. You see something. You say something. That's all we're asking. See a child need or anybody, elderly person, someone needs your help, step up. Go pick up some garbage in your neighborhood. Do something substantial. Thank you. Prevent AIDS or herpes or gonorrhea in the needle in the penis. Ouch. Magic Johnson, do you have AIDS or not? I'm wondering, why are they alive now? Don't use abortion for birth control. Adoption the option. Not that tough. I don't know why. Also drink and drive. Carl some immersion. Pick up the phone. Too much to drink. All of a sudden, you're in an orange jumpsuit. You better say I made a poor choice. Know the difference between a choice and mistake. And I'll remember, if you don't like two grown-ass men grunting and groaning, I don't care. I mean, it's $40 for me, but I get it. You can't staple a man to a fence while you watch two bull dykes go at it, or lipstick lesbians go at it. That's not a very Christian thing to be doing. Not a very Christian thing to be doing. We start dragging people to gallows that hurt people like that. That's all there is to it. Pour up a gallows on a flat top. I'll drive it down to Texas myself. Still down there suffering. The hunch. Should have had sirens, but they didn't. Pointing fingers, using football analogy. What is wrong with you? God bless those families still searching. Meanwhile, the government giving 2 Fs. The adjudicated rapist, the convicted felon, Donald J. Trump, your 45th and 47th selected, installed President of the United States of America, could give 2 pumps what's going down there in Texas. Edward Fudd's overseas during 4th of July. Why aren't you in your own country celebrating with your constituents? Remember when he ran to Cancun? Somebody needs to prime his young ass. That's how Texas is. Whenever they have a problem, they don't have the right infrastructure. And a couple of the owner, $500,000, oh boy. Drop the bucket. But it is what it is. I think KC will call the show and call the show. Tried to call me Tuesday, but I was just too busy. I was doing such behaviors. Shout out to Haggy Family, doing a good show. Barium exposure, the hater. Warren, he said, he was in the building. We appreciate it. You, Barium exposure. You know tonight he'll be in with the brown shirts. But I'm used. Allegedly blind the way he hears it. Talking about Tater. Claims doesn't watch Timmy. Bold-faced liar. New York Dan will be in the building. Dingling will be in the building. Mighty Partha, morning! Will be in the building. You can always tell when the king looks to his left and his right when he's lying, he's triggered. Hopefully I just kind of skimmed through the one last week and so about, do you need help getting your electrical bill paid? And he was kind of getting pissed, so it's pretty funny when he starts to bold-face lie. The brown shirts, looking around, the brainwashing of the white boys, training of the brown shirts. Oh yes, hail to the lovely and talented adjudicator, rapist, and convicted felon. You are who you run with in life. What do I always say? I don't run with poor people. I don't. Not now, not ever. Forever. It is what it is. The Barium exposure's out there. Like I said, that gay bar at Chicago Airport will be there. He can fly through Chicago or fly out of Chicago and experiment a little bit. I hope he capitulates to his wife. Someday, I think the young lady deserves that. To know that her husband of many years, who likes to play nickels and Pat Benatar, experimented when he was young, and there's nothing wrong with that, and that his marriage has been a sham. What's that gay website on your phone, whatever it's called? What's his name? Dakota had that on his phone when he was showing his phone. It's what the hell it's called? The Grindr app. Wouldn't be surprised if he's got the Grindr app on his phone. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I just think if you are, you need to step up and tell the lovely wife or your husband, if you're a card-carrying lipstick lesbian and you experimented in school and you smash gash and, trying to tell the hubby you pushed out a few children. Like that one guy read the article. There we go.
Call from
Legally Blind View.
To accept, press 1. To send a...
Well.
Welcome.
Welcome. How's it going, Casey? What's up? Long time no talk to you. How was your 4th?
Is this Fear-Mongering Radio?
This is Fear-Mongering Radio live.
Well, I live in a city that is surrounded by a lot of redneck areas. Mm-hmm. So they were celebrating the week before the 4th. They were celebrating the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th. I'm tired of fireworks.
Yeah, I'm going to another Street Machine Nationals next Friday at the Minnesota State Fair. But this one's more like you can have the street. If you look Street Nationals, you can have like any. I can have my PT Cruiser there. You'll see a lot of javelins. You see a lot of 75.
Oh, cool.
So you see other vehicles you're not going to see. Like I saw last year a Chevy Citation. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. And remember? Oh yeah. Remember those wagons? Those red Dodge wagons. They were red and they were wagons. You see a few. You see a few of those
the
there.
The trucks that say Little Red Wagon.
Yes, you'll see. I saw 3 there last year. So.
Yeah.
I saw a guy walking a scrapyard one day, and he was in the scrapyard. He goes, "Oh my God!" The front. He goes, because those were pretty fun. But
your videos of the car show. It's kind of funny because I've been to lots and lots of those, and I own a classic car myself. But it's funny when you talk to the guys that own them, because you can tell the guys that are like really into it, like they do the stuff themselves, and you can tell the guys that like they just bought it 20 years ago and they've just been taking it to car shows, and they couldn't turn a screw on that thing if you asked them to.
They're trailer queens. That's what they are. They're trailer queens. Well, it's just like NASCAR. The best drivers are mechanics.
Yeah,
that's why I wear that senior jacket. That I don't know if you ever see me wear the white senior jacket. You know, whenever he was a mechanic, and that's what he was, and that's what makes he would know when he won the Indy 500. I mean, it wasn't what the Indy, whatever the hell he won, the big one, Daytona. He said, he goes, now we got to put they put a new engine in. He goes, no, this engine's not working. We got to put this one in. He just didn't. He took it out for a test drive and said, no, we need a different engine, because that's what made him so good. He knew. Yeah, it's fun to talk to guys about the trucks and cars. I mean, there were so many cars at that car show. I barely touched how many there. There's like 50,000 vehicles there. So it's
kind of crazy, because you don't realize how many cars like that are still around.
Oh,
because
God.
So many people that have them, they only get them out to take them to the shows and stuff.
Because my next door neighbor has a God, what is it? It's a it's a really nice car. He takes it once in a while. Because they only be 64 and older in there right now. If they get into 66s, and they're afraid they're going to get inundated with Mustangs. So their age is so they're going to, and that's why when you go to this Machine National, which I've gone to now 3 years, I love going, is that you see a whole variety of different vehicles.
Well, that's what's cool about that car show that you went to, because you could see like the Impalas and the Biscaynes and the stuff like that you don't see at a lot of shows.
Correct.
Because at something like World of Wheels, where they'll allow modern stuff or they'll allow stuff like that, the people that have those really cool old rare cars, they don't get any recognition.
Correct.
Because everybody's just like, oh man, look at that Mustang, or look at that Camaro, or whatever. And like those old bubble top cars and stuff like that, they're cool. And those are old, so like they're survivors, but they're still around. You know, they weren't desirable. They weren't even desirable back then. So the fact that they're still around and still in good shape is crazy.
Well, when you go to this Machine World, you'll see a lot of station wagons in there, old Impala station wagons. I mean, but I'm glad you enjoyed the videos. I had fun making just a quick little with the sex object, just kind of showing stuff around. I mean, I was just like,
grew up wearing a black shirt in the sun.
Yep. Yeah, I thought I was going to die. Oh yeah, I thought I was going to die that weekend. I really did. I thought I was going to die. I really did. And it was just.
Did you see our friend, the carpetbagger, was in Kansas City?
Yeah, I saw that. Hey, what was he? I just saw the title. Was he at some rib place? Where was he at?
Well, so I didn't watch the video, because I actually want to go. So he went to. So there's. In Kansas City, there's two sort of big touristy areas. One of them is called the Country Club Plaza, and it's just a big outdoor shopping area that's actually not very cool.
Right.
And then the other one is, he went to this place called Crown Center. He kept calling it a shopping mall, which I guess technically it is. But in Kansas City, there's a big Union Station, which is a big historic, non-functioning rail station, and that's where they had like the NFL draft was at Union Station and stuff like that.
Right.
But he went to this barbecue museum, which just opened, and so I didn't watch that part because I want to go. And then he went to like this aquarium and stuff. But if you watch the video, there's this big, it was so hilarious. They advertised this as this huge like tourism opportunity, and people were criticizing the city, but the city didn't pay for any of it. These people they wanted to build this giant Ferris wheel. That was like, it was publicized as this giant wheel.
Right.
You'll have to watch it. It's just a normal size wheel. It's kind of hilarious.
Well, I guarantee it, he ate food like he always does.
Oh yeah, in the video he did, because I was skimming through to see where he ate barbecue. Because like here, that's like a big thing. Like wherever your favorite place is, like part of your identity. But when you watch this video, I drive by that wheel every day. But it's funny. You'll have to just, when you see it, I want you to keep in mind that they advertise it as a giant Ferris wheel.
Okay.
So it's pretty funny. But yeah, so I fast forwarded through a lot of that stuff. And then that jackass, he drove from here to Colorado, like because he was going to miss his reservation if he didn't get there before midnight.
Right.
That is, I don't know if you've ever done it before, to drive across from Kansas City to Colorado or to Denver across the state of Kansas is the most boring drive. There's nothing. I mean, it's like literally the plains.
So there's
nothing there.
So that's what he's doing to get to Denver for what's he doing in Colorado?
He was in Kansas City for like 3 hours, it looked like, and then he was driving to Colorado. So I don't know if you've ever heard of it or not. There's this thing in Las Vegas. It's called Meow Wolf. It's like this big art installation,
right?
And it's like it's supposed to be like a convenience store, but like you open the door to one of the coolers and you go through all this crazy stuff. I'm kind of curious why he's into it. He doesn't seem like he'd be into that kind of thing. But I guess there's a Meow Wolf in Colorado right now, and so he's driving from wherever he lives in Tennessee or whatever it is to Las Vegas, and he's going to the Meow Wolf thing in Denver, and he's going to the one in Las Vegas.
Oh, God. Yeah,
but he stopped in Kansas City to film there, and then there's nothing to do in Kansas, and you can tell because he didn't stop and film it. He stopped at a gas station, and that was it.
Yeah, good old carpetbagger. Again, it's what's her name? Jenny Penny's just going to be the housekeeper for the next 3 years. That's to keep her happy for the next 3 years.
I can't believe she's not with him. She must have a job.
No, I don't think she does. She's been filming lately. She did an hour and 15-minute video on something. You know, I don't know, whatever she's doing, but she had said she'd gotten laid off. I heard her in that one video, and they were in a video, so I don't know what. She's just kind of she's doing stuff for her channel too as well to make money. You know what I'm saying? So she's trying to generate money too as well. So
I wonder how much money he makes on YouTube.
Well, he doesn't. He rarely misses a day. I think he maybe makes $50,000, but then it's all the driving, the gas money, the hotels. I mean, it's you know, he doesn't get to enjoy. Yeah. He doesn't get to enjoy things. It's just film, edit, drive, sleep, get up, do the same thing again. He doesn't enjoy himself.
Well, like not that like your material things like define you. Like I really don't believe in that myself. But like a lot of those YouTubers, they're really flashy, right?
Right.
And he seems like his house is like a normal house, right? And he drives like a normal Chevy SUV.
Right.
So he may not make enough money on YouTube to where she doesn't have to work.
She has to work. That his wife bought him out of the house. So that's why then Jenny Penny came in, you know, helping him pay. Then she moved from Rochester, New York, into helping with the mortgage. So without her, that house is not taken care of. She came in.
I never watched him before you, so I don't know any of that.
He was decent when he was doing 25-minute videos. But then he started getting these long videos. That's just too long. I'm sorry. Who was it? Who did I see on Tampa J? An hour, 10-minute video? That's just too long. I mean, this is an audio. This is an audio. We're talking. But if you're going to show me something, you got to keep it. I mean, Wonder House, he keeps it to 30 minutes, 25. But these hour show, that's too long for people to watch.
The video that Carpetbagger did in Kansas City, I don't know why he didn't make it 2 videos, because I think it's like 50 minutes. It's almost an hour.
Yeah. He could have done 2 different videos, back-to-back days, and then had a day, and then they come out tomorrow and he'd be traveling and he needed to go to, but he won't do it.
I don't know why these guys don't put stuff in the can. That's right. I haven't been watching Sarasota Tim, but so to use him as an example, like he puts out like 10 videos a day or whatever. If he just put out like 3 or 4, he could be like weeks and weeks ahead of real life.
Well, look at my adventure channel. I've got stuff out.
Right. I know. I saw snow on the ground. I'm like, man, it's 95 degrees here right now.
I know. I'm have stuff out in November. I got real ahead of myself for a long time. But I mean, in this channel, I was putting out that every other day. I have 8 more videos when I was in the woods, kind of walking around. So I mean, it's not that tough to do. I know they're not the best videos, but they're 12-minute, 8-minute videos. You can watch it and be done with it. Not sitting there for 45 minutes. Watch me walk through Kansas City. You know what I'm saying?
I like that the security guard thought you were up to no good.
You like that?
And I like that you said, I'm just waiting for a friend.
Yep.
You said, oh man, I'm just sitting here talking to myself. Why? Is that illegal?
Yeah, I know. I was by the bank. I was over in some place and he come driving over. I'm like, you know, I'm just sitting here, man. You know, something like a break-in or something. Well, if I'm breaking in, I'm not sitting in my car, you know. Just some security guard driving around by the Mall of America, you know. Yes.
I've been trying really hard not to watch the Sarasota Tim haters because my YouTube algorithm is just a disaster right now. And it's because I've been watching. It's because I've been watching all those haters, and like they think it starts to think that like that's what you want, right? Is like hateful commentary and stuff like that. Well, and some of it's funny, but like that's all it has been recommending me is like total garbage.
Well, I don't even watch New York Dan because all he does is just it's too slow. And you know who's taking over for Carl is Dingling.
Dingling, yeah, he's really pumping him out.
Yeah, well, he wants to get to 1,000.
He has a lot of positive comments and stuff like that, which is interesting to me. And I'm not saying this like just to be a hater. I mean, from a pure critique, his videos suck. He has like so much. There's like cicadas in the background, and I heard Carl talk to you about this the other day. And this, I don't know why this bothers me. Dinger called them Zarcadias, and then when Carl was talking to you, he called them Zarcadias. Dinger thinks that circadian rhythm and cicadas are the same thing, except he called it Zarcadia, and then Carl called it a Zarcadia. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you guys? like I know for Carl it's an affectation, right? Like Carl's playing dumb because when Carl was a lawyer, he had to be relatable to people. And I know Carl's like playing a character of like a folksy everyman.
Correct.
But like Dinger is not. Dinger really thinks that a cicada is called a Zarcadia. Oh man, I laughed so hard. But the videos, so like from a pure like perspective of like, do I want to watch this video? The only way I would want to watch that video is if I was hanging on to every last word of somebody that was like being hateful and critical of Sarasota Tim, because the audio is horrible.
Yep.
The cicadas are so loud in the background. And then, because he doesn't understand how it works, and I realize you have to learn, but he put like background music at a low volume, and he tried to turn up his volume, and all it did was amplify the damn cicada.
He just doesn't know how to close. He doesn't know how to close his mic. He doesn't know how to close his mic.
Well, I think he's just recording on a phone, and you can't. If you're just recording on your,
but you can.
And he's an older guy, so I assume it's an Android phone.
But you can still get You can still get what do they call those things? Headphones. Where you want to plug in those things? You can still get those things. You can.
Right. You can. Right. I mean, he could be using a headphone, but and then he made this video. This is when I was like, okay, I got to stop watching these haters because like it's making me negative because I'm being like so critical of these. I'm being critical of like Dinger is like a senior citizen, right? So, well, it's not fair for me to expect him, who I assume is like, I don't know, older than 65, right?
Yeah.
I can't assume that he knows how to like work technology.
Right.
He makes this video he made this video of him like lifting up packages of water because Sarasota Tim said that they were heavy. It's just like, oh man, it's hilarious.
Well,
it's hilarious in like the worst way.
Because I see it come through in all the titles, and something about a title of Sarasota Tim riding his bike somewhere wasn't supposed to, or something. I guess I don't know. I just see I can pretty much just read the titles of what's going on with Sarasota Tim. I don't really need to listen to people because the titles tell me what's going on. Like he was riding his bike somewhere or something. He
went to some beach that you're not allowed to ride e-bikes on. But in this video, see, they live out this fantasy that they are the crusaders of the internet.
Correct.
They're gonna like expose him, but he's already been exposed.
Right.
So Dinger makes this video, and like in the video, Sarasota Tim is riding his e-bike, and it looks like the beach is really crowded.
Right.
And it looks like he just leaves. But like Dinger makes this narrative that somebody like approached him and told him to leave, and that they were going to call the cops on him or something. None of that happened, you know.
Oh, of course, it's drama. I don't understand. I mean, they just keep promoting him. I've never understood. I mean, Troll Patrol introduced me to the guy. I watched one of his videos. I'm like, And they told people said that he's boring. I'm like, you're absolutely right. But these people, and I don't, Blind Views watches everyone who watches him. He does. I don't want to hear that he doesn't. You know what I'm saying?
I did have a funny interaction with New York Dan.
What happened?
I said, hey, can you turn off whatever effect you're using to slow down the speech on your videos? Because I put it on 2x speed and it's still too slow. And he was like, it's the Godzilla effect. Because he thinks that if he doesn't pause and wait to start talking, that the audio's going to be off. And I was like, no, it's the speed of your audio. And he was like, oh, I was talking loud because of the music in the background. And I'm like, all right. He doesn't get it either.
No,
that was another thing. That was another thing.
Yeah, New York Dan.
I gotta stop interacting with these people because
they don't get it.
They don't get it. Like, he doesn't get that I'm saying, hey, dude,
Well, see, the problem again, I learned from Debbie Daly about good sound. I'm not saying that perfect sound all the time, but with the open mic, when I was doing the sex object, that's an open mic. But as long as it's not too windy, it's a fun little thing to cruise through the walk around with. It's an easy camera. I do it in my car, and it points at me and whatever. I still have a flip camera. I use that once in a while for fun, whatever. But if you're going to be doing these, you can get those earbuds. They're inexpensive for like $15, and you can plug them in, and you can have good sound.
The ones that come with your phone, they work more of a closed mic than just having your microphone.
But they're just too lazy, and it's just like Aaron Rodgers was on. The hell is that Sports when he was on for about a year? It took him 6 months till he finally closed his mic. Finally.
Oh, the Pat McAfee show.
Yeah, it took him 6 months. I used to write down below, can you please close your mic? And they finally blocked me. Can you please close your mic? I sent an email to the show. And I said it could cost him $15. I'll buy the microphone. I'll buy it. He finally got one. I know I listen a lot. I listen to more videos in my ear than I do watch. If I was listening to New York Dan, I don't need to see him. I can listen to him if I needed to, or Dingling. You know what I'm saying? But when I realize that people are listening to me, I don't scream and holler and swear because it's in their ear. You know what I'm saying? And I realize that my NFL podcast, people send me emails all the time and say, hey, I love your audios. I don't always agree with you, but your sound is better than my local radio people. I've had many people, some guy in Kansas City listen to me all the time. He goes, you have better sound quality than I know of real podcasters. And I go, well, I spend the money on a $200 headset. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And you bought that nice mixer that you can do the effects with.
Correct. And that's, I was telling that to Carl when he was on Hagee Rants. He wants to do like a podcast system on YouTube. But I told him, you put your link in there, you got to be careful who comes up, because let's say Casey Grits, you're a troll, right? You come up on the show, and then what do? You porn bomb him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they have to be.
Or they'll you have to be say a racial slur or something.
Right, and you got to be careful. That's why I have a 10-second delay, so I can turn it off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't. This is the old school podcast. And when I do a live stream, rarity, you would call into the show. And if you do peer-to-peer with somebody, you better be careful who you're bringing up, because people will porn bomb people. That's what they do. They love doing that on YouTube. They love to do that. They love it. That's what they love to do. But I saw
Barium is still railing in your comments.
Yeah, that's good to see. But I can't talk on his because he's got me blocked. Yeah, it's good to see Barium.
He took all of his videos down. But let's go. It's good to see him have a little bit of fine, right?
Right. He's afraid to call in because he's just like Blind Views. Remember when he was all triggered on that behavior? That I don't give out phone numbers. Okay. Blind Views you can tell when Blind Views is triggered when he's on a live stream, because he turns his head back and forth. You know what I'm saying? And when he's lying or he's triggered by somebody, if someone triggers, like somebody last week, I went through the live, just stopped occasionally. And I guess he lost electricity, and someone asked if he needed to pay his electricity, and he got all pissed. You know what I'm saying? He turned his head.
I asked him if he has. I was testing to see if I was blocked or not, and it was towards the end of last week. I think it was last week. I don't remember. And he burped, you know how he's always like burping?
Yes.
And I said, you don't have a mute button to where you can mute your burps? And he read it out loud on the chat. So I know he can see my stuff. So then a little while later, he turned the echo on. He does that like character where he's like a bat, a vampire bat or something. And I said, I like the echo. It reminds me of Cowpote. And I could tell he read it, but he didn't put it up. And then now I think I'm blocked.
Yeah.
Oh, there was another funny thing about Barium. And this made me decide that I really have to stop interacting with these people. Because they're just... So I think it was that guy, Atomic Sage, that makes the AI videos.
Correct.
He made a video 2 days ago or yesterday about Sarasota Tim, and he said something. It's like the least interesting man on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually pretty funny.
Yep, I saw that.
He said something about the doctor. He gave the doctor a semen sample or something, and Barium. Which it's just funny to me because Barium Exposure said that that we're all like 5th grade, right? We're very 5th grade.
Correct.
Because you call him gay and stuff like that. Which I don't agree with Barium. I don't think you're gay.
I understand.
But
I get it.
In Atomic Sage's comment, he said that Sarasota Tim pulled down his underwear to give the doctor a semen sample. Which he also spelled semen wrong. He spelled it S-E-A-M-A-N, like seaman. So I replied to the comment, very 5th grade. But if he can't even spell semen right, then he doesn't need me to make it.
Don't bother.
I'm off.
No, there is. I was beginning the show. Chicago is going to have a gay bar in the airport now.
Excellent.
So I think maybe
they have gender neutral bathrooms here, and people made a humongous fuss about it.
Oh, really?
And then like when you go in there, it's like there's the walls between the stalls go up from floor to ceiling. So the only place you even see anybody else in the bathroom is at the sink. People were like freaking out, protesting, like, "Oh my God, they have these gender neutral bathrooms! Like somebody's going to assault my child."
Oh God! Well, that's just fear mongering. That's fear mongering.
The sinks are like a big like trough, but everything else is like floor to ceiling. Like, yeah, it was so funny. But yeah. Carl should try and work at that bar.
I would love to have my own gay bar called Butt Cheeks Gay Bar, and then I'd hire Barium Exposure to be the bartender for the Bull Dykes.
They're the most fun bars ever because the vibe is different. People aren't getting drunk and trying to start fights.
Yep, the best gay bar in town is the Saloon. It's off of 8th, and that's, I know a lot of women go there because I was there with a gay friend about 30 years ago, and it's a very big dance floor. So a lot of women go there because they're not going to get hit on. They go there to dance
because it's a safer space for them.
Correct. So there
was one here about 20 years ago. It's closed now. About 20 years ago, and it was like seriously like the coolest bar. In the very middle of it, they had a huge like a grand piano, and the waiters, like the wait staff, every once in a while, one of them would like set their tray down, and they would go over and like play a song and sing, and it was awesome. I can't remember what it was called.
Well,
it was like the most chill, like laid back bar ever.
Well, the casino in Las Vegas called Rio, they had like a place where a waitress would set down her drinks and sing on a stage. Same kind of thing. So all of a sudden, she'd walk up there and just start singing a song. Same kind of thing. Very chill. So, no, I love that Butt Cheeks gay bar, and gay boys the left, dykes the right, and then you'd have a mud wrestling thing in the back, and they could wrestle. That'd be fun as hell. I would be the bartender for the Bull Dykes. I would be fun. I think it'd be a gas, man. A safe place to come. The gay boys are left, and they could have some mud wrestling. One of the gay boys take on the Bull Dykes. That'd be epic as hell. So, but
who should we call, Carl or Mark?
Oh well, should we call? Who do you want to talk to?
Let's call Mark.
Let's see.
I got like 10 more minutes.
Okay, let me see if I can get his young ass here. Hang on a second. Got a call. Let's see if I can get him.
White House switchboard. How can I direct?
Hang on a minute. How you doing? We had to get you in here, Mark, with KC Grits. Welcome to the show. How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Is that legally blind views? Legally blind views?
That was a good video.
It's bingo, I guess.
That was a good video you did.
That was funny.
Oh, it was. I've been wanting to put one out, but I just.
Well, it's good to do. It's good to do it on a Thursday because that will trigger people to make a comment in his chat room tonight. So that's a good video to put out. So that gets them.
Then afterwards, I saw Squirrel Bait put one out a couple of days ago, and I thought, damn it, I'm going to have to make a separate one just on her. She's giving herself a pat on the back for all the hate Sarasota Tim haters, and they're doing their duty. They're doing their job out there on crushing him down and taking his views away and everything. And I'm going like, oh, that's a bunch of bull crap, you know.
I didn't see that. She or he or whatever they are doesn't pop up in my feed. But did you guys see that Google's changing the AdSense policy?
Yes.
And that if a video is made with the AI voice, so the person on screen can be AI, but it has to be a human speech, or you don't get AdSense.
Yep, I was just going to. I was just going to tell you about that. I saw that. It starts on the 15th. I think it's coming up on Tuesday.
I don't know if that's part of the new Trump, AI thing about how they don't want to put in the likeness of or the voice of a person on for filming and all like that.
But no, I think they want to get back. People are abusing the AI. They're abusing the AI on YouTube. They're abusing it big time. Big time.
Right.
They are. I've seen people do AI generated that some animal has a bunch of bugs on it or something. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of stuff. They're being lazy content. I think you put in the computer and it generates it for you. You know what I'm saying? You put it.
Well, yeah, like people were talking about that JJ guy that was friends with him or whatever. They keep praising his music, and he's not writing any of it. Okay, like I said earlier, a lot of these people are just old people,
right?
So they don't understand how it works. They don't understand that you just put like 5 prompts in and it writes a song.
Well, look at my AI songs I was putting out. Remember those? I mean, I didn't write anything. I typed in.
No, you just put like 5 prompts in.
I put in a title, Old Man Nation. Guess what's going to give me? And it will give it to me. I mean, Barium Exposure Blues. What does it do? It writes me the song. That's what it does. I mean, that's what.
I don't know. I know that Squirrel Bait, she put herself up there in the avatar sense or whatever. She's talking, and the voice and all, and this. I don't know. Women, for some reason, they like to make themselves a lot younger on there. She's just an old one, just like Blindvy's, I think she's probably Blindvy's sister or somebody like that. But yeah, most people are in their 50s or 60s that watch us. So.
Well, like Miss Vicky does that too, where she'll take a picture of herself and put all those filters and stuff on it, and you are who you are. Like there's no shame in what you look like.
Morning.
Morning. Yeah. Yep. Every woman does that. They all do that. They go and they want to make themselves look younger, or their Facebook page profile. They get the one that from 10, 20 years ago.
They make themselves, but then if she does that and then she puts a video up where you can see her, what's the point,
Right.
There's nothing wrong with Miss Vicky.
She's fine.
She's just self-conscious, I guess.
I would date her before Mighty Python. I'd date her before I date Mighty Python. Dead serious. Long before I would date Mighty.
There's this joke that people have. So this is a political joke, but who would you rather go out on a date with, AOC or Lauren Boebert?
Ooh.
Oh.
Because Lauren Boebert.
AOC.
Yes.
Because Lauren Boebert would be more fun,
Yeah, I don't know.
AOC would lecture you about not using a sustainable water bottle.
AOC and Lauren Boebert. Yeah, but lo and behold, I don't know. I don't know what I would catch from her.
True.
You know what I mean?
True. It's a tough call. That's a tough call.
She used to be a stripper, I believe.
Yeah.
You can tell who's more fun, though.
Yes. Yeah, especially if you go to a show and she'll start playing around with you.
Probably.
Life and Vibe would lecture you about, like, you shouldn't have that water bottle.
What are you doing? Having another steak? You haven't had enough. You know. Yes.
You know how much cholesterol is in that steak? I saw you arguing with Mark. I saw you arguing with Barium Exposure in the comments about SSDI.
Hang on for a minute. I just stepped out of the truck for a minute there to open the gate. What'd you say?
I saw you arguing in the comments with Barium Exposure about SSDI versus Social Security.
Oh yeah, well he took it down the next day, so I
Of course.
I know I don't think I argued with him, did I? Because I thought I wasn't going to make a video because I thought, I'm not going to give him the content. I didn't want to give him any views, and that's basically what it is. I'm not going to. I think like Cowpote did. He doesn't call Blind Views by his name, and he doesn't call Trump by his name, and I think that's what it is. Is that we kind of support him, just like the Sarasota Jim thing going on. So,
we talked about that before you came on, where it's like these people, like, they take it so seriously in the sense that they think that they're like doing the world a service by exposing this guy that YouTube doesn't even push out anymore.
Right. It's just like, I got hooked into that thing too. I used to wake up, watch all of Sarasota Tim, and go out to make a video, and then I thought to myself, what's going on here? I just don't see the satisfaction in doing that. So I got out of it, and it's still going on with new people and everything like that, but all you're doing is giving them views because people will go over and watch him or something.
Well, look at Carl.
Look
at Carl. I had to put Carl on probation for him to go do something more substantial.
Man, well, you can see his views were cut in half or more because he didn't talk about Sarasota Tim.
Right.
People want that.
Which is unfortunate because he's actually an interesting person who is, fun to listen to talk about stuff.
Well, like I've said before, ladies and gentlemen, that's why Blind Views, people don't go to listen about Bunny plays here or his Carol. They come to him, Carolyn, about hatred towards, like you said today, about Tater. He literally the word is dick riding. That's the word you use. He's dick riding the other guys. They don't come for the good stuff. They come to hear about hatred, and he listens to Sarasota Tim. I don't want to hear that he doesn't. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. And I know Carl wants to get back on Sarasota Tim because he listens to Dinger and listens to some of the other, but I think he should have been banned from listening to Dinger. I think that's just you're just cheating a little bit. You're looking under the Christmas wrapping.
Yeah. Well, that's what I told him. He's just cheating by listening to Dingling. He's cheating.
I don't understand New York Dan. He's put Sarasota Tim and everyone, and does he really think if he puts that in there, it's going to help him in the algorithm or something? I don't think so.
No,
I think he's actually cracked the code of, like, the people that are still watching this stuff. Like, right? They will watch boring videos. So they'll watch his boring videos
because he's non-threatening.
His videos are tough to get through.
See, he's the shucks guy. Everything's shucks. You know what I'm saying? He's the Forrest Gump of the haters. Shucks. It's Forrest Gump. You know what I'm saying? It's like Dingling, same thing.
He's like I said before, though. He's like a pretty interesting character. Like, if you watch some of his videos, he has like 10 cars, and they're all like he bought them at the auction, like the police auction or something,
Right.
Like there's all something wrong with them, and like he's always out there fiddling with them, and he has that boat that looks like it's like a like a 40-year-old boat, and he's out there fiddling with it. But like I said, he's cracked this code because in his videos he'll say like, "Yeah, guys, I'm gonna go to the beach with my boat," but he never does.
But my favorite video will be him and Dingling in the Denny's, where Dingling looks like he's ready to poop his pants. It's my favorite. That's one of the videos of the year. And the one that Barium Exposure was so mad that he was going to call Walmart on Sarasota Tim. Remember, he was so mad. I'm going to call Walmart.
Well, he did call. Well, he says he did call.
Oh, Jesus. Well, the other one when he bitched, and then you talked about me, and then you talked about me. Oh my God! It's just too easy to trigger. And then your video when you're going to your video you did about him going to Pat Benatar, it was the best one.
Oh.
That was because when you type in his name, they come to the top of the page. Your videos of him come up more than his videos.
I saw that now recently because he hasn't put anything else more out, and he really does. He wants to be recognized. He wants to be within the group. He really does.
Right.
I think.
Well, he's a dirty deleter. What he's a dirty deleter.
Right, and he deletes them, but he wants to be within the Blind Views group, I think. And he's not getting any recognition from Blind Views or anybody, it seems like.
Right.
So, and then you tease him more than me, going on. And so then I thought, well, I'm not going to give him, because last time I gave him recognition, I commented on his video that he did about us, I guess, or whatever it was. Mm-hmm. He got a lot of views. He got like 500 or some views, and I thought, I'm not going to respond to the next thing he does. So.
See, I love to because it's just what I do. He's just too funny to make fun of. He's low-hanging fruit, like I am. So he'll make a comment in this audio. He'll make some comment down below. We're fifth graders, and I appreciate that, but I can't comment on his stuff because I'm blocked. So
right.
So that's fine. That's what he is.
The reason he gets views on those videos is because it's funny, because people want to watch it because they know it's drama.
Right. I'm disappointed he didn't go live. I really wanted to live stream out of his young ass, and trust me, I was going to be there because I love to hear him bitch because he's so funny when he bitches. He gets so emotional about it. He's in the garage, the she said, as you say, and he's so emotional.
He didn't go live.
I know. It's too bad.
Because he didn't want to have the comments turned off. Because he realized he was going to have to turn them off because he heard that video where I said I was going to make a fake account and go in.
Well, here's the whole thing. If Mark decides to go live right now and he says, I'm going to go live tonight while Blind Views, people come to talk to Mark, good or bad or indifferent. If he turns it off, because people go to live streams to talk to the creator. Like right now, I'm live. No one's here because I'm just recording. Us three talking, right? So if Mark's live right now, I mean, there's people going to be in the chat room talking to Mark, and he'll be having a conversation like Blind Views tonight. It'll dictate who talks to him in the chat room. That's all there is to it. He says hello, 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 hello. Everyone says hello to each other. It's like a bar. You're sitting at the bar like a Cheers. Norm, hey, what's going on? Everyone comes in, they all pile in, and then they start hating on people, and that's what they do. And he dictates. It all comes up on the screen. He does the smoking of his things, and someone will say something negative about one of us, and it will trigger him. So.
Well, I'll tell you, I went in there last week, and I under a different name that I use a lot, and I asked him something about. I said, so are you? It was nice. I said, are you worried about your Medicaid? What are you going to do? And he goes, I got my Medicare check last month, and like that, and he started going off. I'm getting tired of this, and then I tried to respond again, and I was blocked.
Yeah, of course.
So,
yeah, that's his.
Somebody blocked me right away.
Yeah,
his mods will catch it quick.
Yeah,
they used to let this stuff go.
Yeah.
They did.
No.
Now he's cracked down.
Yeah, the king can't handle that. But when his head starts going back and forth, you know he's pissed because he'll go back and forth, look back and forth. That means he's triggered. That's mean he's triggered. That's what he is. So you watch him.
He's getting a taste. He's getting a taste of his own medicine, what he used to do all those years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He can't handle that. Me and you can rip on the guy in an audio and a video and make fun of the guy. He can't handle that, and he doesn't know how to deal with my voice. You calling him out. He can't handle that. 'Cause he's so used to being. He was jealous of what the hell is that guy's name? Camo Dave. He was jealous of him. He was jealous of Camo Dave.
Oh, very jealous of him, and like I said, he still talks about him even though he's dead and everything. But without Nomadic Fanatic, he wouldn't have the views he has. I mean, you go back and you look at all the different ones, all the different views and everything. That's what makes him up. That's what gives him the money, is Nomadic Fanatic.
Yeah, he dick rides him. He dick rides him. That's what he does. He loves to dick ride him. That's all he does.
I like that analogy.
Yeah, that's what. Hey, I admit I dick ride people. That's what we call it, dick riding in the podcasting business. I mean, you punch up, right? I punch up. I mean, I have a lot of subs. Doesn't mean squat, but it's called dick riding. You dick ride other people's content, like Carpetbagger, Daily Woo, like the Passing Through Productions. Right. Sheriff was here. They dick ride. The Daily Woo, Carpetbagger, Tampa J, all that stuff. So, but the new rules coming up on YouTube is going to be very interesting with the AI behavior. Because they're sick and tired of giving money out to people that aren't doing original content. You know what I'm saying, you guys? That's what they're sick and tired of. That's what it is. I mean, whatever I'm doing here, we're talking.
I mean, like they just make an AI account. And then they just put prompts into it. Like what Darling does is Darling actually is typing like script into her videos. So she will probably be okay. But like Atomic Sage, where it's just a word salad typed into the prompt, his will get taken down.
Correct.
You know who? Oh, yeah. Well, you know who I think Darlene is. I really do, because I've noticed over the months or the year. I think it's olive oil.
You think so?
I do too, and I asked Carl, and he disagreed.
I think it's olive oil / Grandma's pocketbook, because Grandma's pocketbook was olive oil. Okay.
Yep.
And she's very smart. She's retired and all, but I really do, because every time I would put up a video and they made a comment, it seemed like their comments came within 5 to 10 minutes of each other, and then
they were always the first comments on each other's videos too.
Yeah, and they were supportive. So I really do think that, that's and I've purposely said, oh, that's a good video. I said Grandma GP or something like that.
Right.
Well, it's
nothing from there.
It's just like on Spreaker.com when people would make a sock account, right? And you go to their followers. Their first follower was the real person, because they would follow their sock account so they could find it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when Debbie Daly would make a sock account, if something come through, I'd go to that sock account, and the first follower was Debbie Daly, so she'd follow her own sock account. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that was all about on Spreaker.com, when you would see who could follow who. So you follow it. Yeah, you can usually tell when people, hey, I have 2 accounts. It's the Cowpote Adventures and Adventure. That's it. I don't have time for that kind of behavior.
I also think that new account, Non-Compost Mentos, I think that's olive oil. Grandma.
Yeah, there's something I've never watched that one, but I saw it up there and I thought, it's kind of suspicious, because all of a sudden it just pops up, and I don't know.
I forgot to. I don't know if you noticed this, Mark. You might be the only one that noticed it. So, did you ever watch Eye for an Eye's videos?
No. Which one? None of them. I don't think.
So JJ posted a video the other day that Eye for an Eye posted originally. So I think JJ was Eye for an Eye.
Really?
Oh.
which is funny now because I was the one that was being mean to Mississippi and everything else. Now JJ is exporting CSS because he's mad at Sarasota Tim.
JJ is a sneaky one. He's kind of like he's a bad version. Well, he's not a bad version. He's probably maybe a good version of Sarasota Tim, what Sarasota Tim would like to do, but doesn't know how to do it. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. That's crazy. I haven't been really following too many other people going on. I don't know if for the last week here, I just, it seems like YouTube's changing a bit. I don't know if it's the algorithm or what.
Yeah, they don't push out.
That's what I said earlier.
Yeah, they don't.
Oh, really? I noticed it.
They don't push out original content. Like, hey, I'm not saying 'cause my adventure channel is so great, but they don't push out.
Pushing out a lot of different stuff. It's all if you watch that, or I don't know. Even some of the stuff I do watch, they're just not throwing it up. They're pushing, look for it.
Mark, they're pushing out what makes them money, and that's ESPN and other stupid stuff. They're not going to push out. I mean, they won't push out the Carpegger, the Huss, or if it's the Daily Woo, they push out what makes them money. That's all there is to it. Right. They won't push out new creators. They don't do that anymore. They won't do it. Very rarely. It's always, what makes them money. That's all they're going to push out. I don't make them money, so they're not going to push my stuff out. Very rarely. It's all.
And they're really pushing out only specific content too, like I said, I've been getting really weird recommendations, and it's just it's all commentary channels and hater channels, but not just the Sarasota Tim stuff. Now it's people it's stuff like that. So that's why I'm trying to quit watching that stuff because my algorithm is ruined. So it's all of that. And then I was working on my Mrs. Carr over the weekend, and I searched for one topic, one specific thing, like how do I take this apart? And now my entire algorithm is car repair videos and negative commentary videos.
Right.
That's true. I'll just once search out something just like you said, let's say for a car repair. And then, just one time, okay, and you watch it and everything like that. And then all this other stuff starts coming up in there. All of a sudden, now I can see if I was looking 5 times or whatever, but I mean, just one time, and then it starts pushing it out. Exactly. Mm-hmm. And I don't think YouTube tells you anything. By the way, this is what we're doing next turn. No, they just do it. They're pretty much the god.
Yeah, but they don't want to pay on the AI stuff. That's not real content. So they don't want to be paying an AI person. That's what that's all about. I think they're sick and tired of paying on AI content where people are just typing a narrative and then the video comes out.
Right.
I think
I think the fear with that might be, and I don't know this is just an idea that I just had. When you use those AI programs, there's all these little things in there that talk about how you don't actually own what it's creating for you and stuff like that. I wonder if Google is afraid that those AI companies are going to try and say,
Sue,
hey, you paid money that belongs to us. You paid it to olive oil, right? She was using that AI program. Google that company might say to Google, she didn't own that. You shouldn't have paid her. You
Correct.
Should have paid us.
Yeah, you're probably right. Same thing that happened before when they had the big thing about 7 years ago when, let's say, me and KC, we had videos that was geared for younger people, right? And kids watched us and they enjoyed us. They were mining our listeners. And they got punished by the government. So they punished the creators that made the good content because they couldn't control themselves. So for some reason, me and you they hit a lot of channels that there was some really good animation videos that they would do an animation stuff. My friend of mine would have his kid watch it because it was good stuff. But they were punishing creators because they were using the listeners. We had listeners listening to us all the time, young kids, whether we did something of funny or some bits or something. So they were mining our listeners. And then they got punished for it. So YouTube got scared and they hid all the channels that were creating child stuff to watch. That's what they did. So right now, you're probably right, is they're afraid they're going to get punished by the AI. I think you're onto something. I really do. I think they're afraid of that. I think you're absolutely right. That's very good. I think you're absolutely right. I think you're.
Well, I think Elon had to take his AI down, Grok down, because it was given that to be anti-Semitic.
Oh,
Yes.
Did
you see that,
Really
Cowboy?
screwed that shit up, man.
what was the AI doing?
You have to look it up, Cowboy. You have to look it up. People were asking it questions that weren't necessarily like that wouldn't necessarily have sent it in the direction of like anti-Semitism, and it was starting to answer them that way.
Yeah.
Because those AIs, because anything you type into that thing, it learns. And because there's morons that use them like a search engine, people have been putting because this AI has been seeing so many hateful things like in the news cycle and in the sources that it looks
Correct.
at, that it started to think that that's the way that, like, that's the kind of results that people want to hear is content like, or like responses that are sort of anti-Semitic. It's crazy. You'll have to look it up. There's like a bunch of examples that people where they took screenshots and stuff. So yeah, they had to turn Grok off.
Oh, really?
No, Elon tried to tweak it at one time, and Grok turned on him and said that he was the reason for the Doge cuts, and that he was pretty much promoting Nazism, you know.
Oh, it's true. Look at when he did the salute.
God.
Remember he did the salute when he's up on the stage twice.
You got Hal the robot from 2001, you know, a space odyssey, you know, going to turn on human society.
Well, that was Elon trying to do a dog whistle, but now what he's done is now both political parties hate him, so his company's screwed. their stock is down. Tesla's stock is down like $150 a share.
So what I was going to tell you, Cowboy, is that how about Haggy Rant running for president or for Elon's new political party? What is it going to be, America or something it's going to be called?
Yep.
That maybe Haggy Rants would like to throw his hat into the ring.
Yeah, I think he's part of the new.
He's going to just go to the Libertarian Party.
Well, you got to remember Haggy Rants. He is part of the New World Order. And the New World Order is going to when from what I understand Haggy Rants, because it's they're in Gary, Indiana, in the church. They're the power grid is in central Pennsylvania, and the rumor is the New World Order is underneath the Denver airport. So when all goes to hell in the handbasket, the New World Order will take over in America, and the power source will come from central Pennsylvania. Look it up. It's true. It's a coal fire burning since 1962. So Haggy Rants will be part of the New World Order. That's where he comes from. He occasionally comes over here and calls you, and has some fun here, whatever. But I don't know if the Haggy Rants will be able to have a third party. And I'm a libertarian. He wants the New World Order. One money, one government, whatever. So that's
one currency, one government.
Right. That's what.
Do we really have any smart people in charge right now on both sides of the party to even do something like that? I highly doubt.
That's why the New World Order's out there, man. It's they call it the cabal. I mean, all BS aside, any of you guys ever watch The Blacklist? Did you watch that show it was on? The Blacklist. The Blacklist was so good because they dabbled in the cabal. And the New World Order were behind, the shadow government. They were ahead of this behavior that Trump is doing. They were all about the shadow government that ran the government. And whatever things that I don't think Trump's in charge. It's people behind the scenes that dictate what he does, like it or not. You know what I'm saying?
They both sides, and they all blame each other that there's a New World Order. It was always like Bush Sr., they thought, because he had made that speech at one time, about the New World Order, and it got him in trouble.
Right.
I mean, and I don't think he really meant by it, but it still got him in trouble. Now the Republicans are saying, well, the Democrats are the New World Order. It's just a bunch of, I don't know.
Right. No, I totally agree. And that's the deep state, which they talked about before in The Blacklist. A great show. They were ahead of AI about creating stuff that was false. They were ahead of this on The Blacklist. It was a great show. It was a great show.
Was it the one with that bald guy in it?
Yes, and it was a great show.
Oh, Oh, that was on NBC or something like that?
Yes, we watched every show.
Yeah.
I watched that shit. They were ahead of the game of AI, and they were about the blacklist, about cabal.
Like on Sully and Mulder on the X-Files,
yes.
where you got the guy with the smoking cigarette that has wields more power than the president.
It was and it was just a great video how he would. It was a great show how they had the blacklist, and it was just so good. It was just an excellent show, and the way they wrote it, and what was his name? He's been in a couple of shows. He's a great actor, and he did.
He used to be on the Lawyer Show.
Yes.
When he had hair.
Yes, he was.
He wasn't so heavy.
He's a great.
That was a good show too.
Yeah, he was a great actor, and it was a great show. But no, because I've done the New World Order on Bitch Boy Radio. I'll do Haggy rants, and that Centralia, Pennsylvania, it's got a fire, and then my friend JJ is in the church in the basement running the power. So, because event I think it was event 2, whatever it was, event 20, something it was, they ran the COVID thing in advance. They ran that, and so I followed the COVID thing on the New World Order, and I was getting a lot of views on that, and they actually took on one of my audios when I did an audio on what's the one that stormed when they had the riot? What they were called? He pardoned them. What was it? What were they called? But I did an audio on that, on those people, and they took the audio down from on my channel because they got pissed. But whatever that was, I can't remember what it was called. When the Proud Boys, I did a video on the Proud Boys. I broke down the Proud Boys, and that got taken down a day later. So, but that was
I think the reason that they make shows like that Blacklist show is they want to slowly trickle that stuff out because that's what's actually going on.
Yep.
So they want to see how people respond to
but
it.
If anybody that's out of my voice, I just watched the Oklahoma bombing 3-part series. The whole thing of how that materialized and how McVeigh was just brainwashed into doing that. It was a 3-part series. But no, that's why they trickled it. I'm not a conspiracy theory, but you're lying if you think Biden was in charge of the presidential when he was there for 4 years. He wasn't in charge. Even Trump isn't in charge. He doesn't even know what's going on half the time. They pause the stuff going to Ukraine. He doesn't even know. You know what I'm saying?
That's why he called for all the president's men. Just like you got your advisors, and I think. Just my personal opinion, I think Trump's just a figurehead.
Yeah,
he does say so. I mean, oh my God, he doesn't do any homework or anything. I mean,
no, he has no idea what's going on.
They said before that they couldn't get him, like in the last term, they couldn't get him to read the morning briefing.
Yeah, he doesn't read them. He wants people to talk to him. He won't read it. You have to tell him. Yeah. He won't read it. He has to be told. He sits there and people will tell him what's going on. He won't read it. He's a horrible reader. You watch him when he reads. He doesn't know how to read something in advance and remember it and then talk about it. Like Carl notes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't have notes here.
Carl needs to do some of it. I understand what he does. But you only know he's got notes when he looks over. He's got to have it in front of him. He's got to have Carl needs a teleprompter. He needs a portable teleprompter in the windshield or something.
Yes.
What he needs.
I understand.
But he did one yesterday in the car. It was pretty good.
I saw that one.
I think it was like 14 minutes long.
He was driving along in his car. I saw that one.
But his mirror, I don't know what he's hitting here lately, deer or what, but his mirror's all jacked up, and I think, he's going to get stopped by the cops here soon.
Who?
But,
Carl, his
hit something and he broke the side mirror.
And I mean, oh shit, you better watch out. You're going to have one of those cops pull you over in an unmarked car, and you're coming down to the station.
The who scout?
Station won't be in his state.
Yeah, you didn't see that, Cowboy. He hit something and broke his driver's side mirror.
Who did?
Crash.
He did? Crash did? Wow.
I don't know.
Yesterday's video.
Yeah. He just flipped it over real quick because he's talking about deer and how he almost hit a deer and something, here and there, and he had some close calls and all like that.
I don't know about his young ass, man. He's always breaking something.
That's why you should not be a professional driver. Carl.
I've said this to him before, so I don't feel bad saying it now because I've said it to him before. I don't understand his allure to being a truck driver because that's like the worst job ever. like an over-the-road truck driver is the worst job ever.
I agree.
Right.
I mean, I put 200.
He wants to do it so bad.
I put 205 miles on my truck today, but I'm home. You know what I'm saying? I drive in the cities. But an over-road truck driver, my brother is 5 out and 2 back. You know, he's 5 out and 2 back because he's single. He can do it and he loves it, and that's his business. But that's not me. You know, he drives brand new equipment.
Everybody I know that's ever done that hates it.
Yeah.
Right.
They hate being on the road. They say you gain weight because you have to eat crappy food all the time.
Oh, yeah, you used to
Sleep
do
in that
that.
tiny bunk in the truck.
Well, he tried that before, and it didn't work out too good because they couldn't stop for 500 miles, you know, and they had to drive 8 hours a day, you know. So he wants more of I think a local job. I don't know. I guess the ideal job would be is work for Coca-Cola and deliver, you know, sodas or one of the beer companies, and, you know, drive around town and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just think that I don't know. That's a lot of work. I think.
A delivery route thing would be cool, but like I said, I've said to him before, I don't know why he wants to drive a big rig, because that's what you don't realize, and I think maybe like what he did realize is how quickly things can go wrong when you drive something that big, like backing up those trailers and stuff.
Yeah, you just don't do that. All of a sudden, start driving that. You have to understand how that stuff works. Driving the big semis, you just don't jump in one and start doing it.
Like, Mark, I don't know if you've ever pulled anything longer than that little pop-up trailer, but I've pulled like a 40-foot trailer before, and like when you're backing up or even turning, you've got to think so far ahead of what you're actually doing.
Oh, well, you got to make And
to drive a big rig in traffic, like even if you were doing a delivery route with like a full-size truck that you need an operator's license and stuff like he has, just things could go bad so quick. It'd be such a stressful job, I would think.
I mean, I drive a
especially if you're driving in town or something, and you know every car on the road's not going to yield for you or anything. And
they're all texting and driving.
Correct. I drive a 22-foot truck all day long, and I see people, I back into docks and down to Minneapolis and all over the place, and I see people with texting. It's a war zone out there. People don't know how to drive. I see all kinds of people run into each other because they're on their phones all the time. I must avoid about 5 accidents a day by just watching where the hell I'm going. You know, it's nonstop.
Yeah, backing up a trailer, especially something like that, it's got to be. Oh my God, dude! I tried to back up my 15-footer because I couldn't go through there, and I had to back it up quite a way, and it's like freaking nightmare.
I do like your pop-up. I do like your pop-up camper. I do like those pop-up. Those are fun. Those are great to camp in.
It's nice. But we got 3 dogs, so now it's crowded.
but those are simple. But those are simple just to go camping in. You don't have all the bells and whistles, and it's just I think.
Oh yeah, I mean the wife likes the toilet, so what you can say? A woman always needs their toilet. That's what they want.
But I just think
as long as it's not too hot or not too cold, pop-ups are great.
Yep.
It's just what it is. It's just the back end folds down, and you can sleep over there. I sleep there. She'll sleep over where the cable goes. The dinette and everything. We put that down.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing, do a bed.
Mark, did you guys
will sleep there?
Did you guys go to Did you guys go to Sedona by any chance?
Did I do what?
Did you go to Sedona when you were up there in Williamson? Did you go to Sedona?
Not this time. We went up to Williams, and then we went south into the forest.
Okay, because you can take the train over to the Grand Canyon. You can do the train.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, you can do that.
That's fun. I think it's Rockslide or Slide Rock Park. We were there last year. That's a lot of fun to go to. But we went to the Painted Desert. That was fun.
Oh yeah, that's over by Winslow, I believe it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, out in no man's land.
Guys, my appearance on The View has been fun.
Okay, yeah, it's we appreciate it. And is there still room there for Carl if need be?
Yeah, well, he said that his wife got a new job, so that maybe he'll still be okay. But yeah, he can still stay with me. I still have the spare bedroom all made up for him.
All right,
and I got a little spot next to the house where he can park his camper if he wants.
Hey, that would be great. That would be great.
Thanks for calling the show.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right.
All right.
Let me call Carl.
I kind of feel bad us talking about Carl and he's not here. So
Let me call him.
I don't want him to.
Here we go. Let me call Carl. Here we go. Let me call Carl. Here we go. See if he's available. Here we go. Let's see if Carl's in the building. Hang on a second. Here we go, Carl. Hey, Carl, you're in the building. Welcome to View. Mark's here. What's going on?
I'm on the show. I made it to the show. Woo!
Were you getting worried there? There was no calls?
No. But I watched your video doing blind views.
You what?
I watched Old Man Nation's blind views. The views!
Yeah, I'm not gonna call him by his name. I'm just gonna call him BV or that blind man. I'm not gonna give him any recognition.
So what we're gonna do? Go BV.
we were just talking about you. Were your ears burning? KCgrits and everybody was talking about you. Nothing bad. We were just talking about your driving ability.
Yep, Mr. Crash.
I was watching the news about Trump wearing a diaper, and nobody wants to be within 5 feet of him because he stinks.
Oh,
really?
That's kind of we're back to that now, huh?
And then they showed a picture of him golfing one time, and the back of his white pants had like poo all over it. So I don't know. It could be Photoshop because they watch kittens make McDonald's food. So who knows what's real?
Well, we were just talking about that people they're going to start cracking down on AI on the YouTube and the AI behaviors. They're going to start cracking down on the 15th of July here.
Well, they don't want the repetitive, easy stuff.
Correct. Well,
to wind up being everything there is.
Right. Well, they don't. Like he said was on here, KC, that they don't want the companies to say, "Hey, listen, you're paying out people on our stuff," So who knows? But they want people like yourself you're driving in your car, doing original content, which they need to push out more often instead of this AI behavior. So.
If you notice, who has the gold sets the price or whatever.
Yep.
They're not going to take the videos down. They're just going to not let you have the money for them, and they're going to let them play. And Google will keep the money.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I noticed when I put my videos up and I put monetization, I don't get it right away. It takes maybe an hour, maybe a couple hours before they'll monetize it. And then they'll come back. I mean, I get an email the next day and it says, oh, by the way, we've decided it's okay to monetize your video. And I'm going, what the hell, man? It's got to be something I'm either putting in the title, so I have to be very careful.
Yeah, they look it over. They're running stuff through right now. So I mean, I
think
where you're saying keywords.
Correct.
Yeah, because I know I had heard something last week. Trump was a little pissed off at Google or YouTube because they were only showing one side of the January 6th, and they weren't showing, some of the other stuff. And I'm going like, well, whatever. But he is kind of shit. I can't think of the name of it now. What he does. What's that? Where he gets money from everybody. He's always shit. There's a name for it. I'll think of it here in a minute.
The PACs.
Anyway, another
donations.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So
this is why we need notes.
Yeah. Except somebody needs a new driver's side mirror now.
Yeah,
Somebody needs a new driver's side mirror.
I got a good comment. They said I should go out and see New York Dan because he's probably got one in his garage to fit right on there.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I guess New York Dan's got a garage just full of junk.
Yes, he does. That's what I understand.
I just don't understand if that's his girlfriend. Plan it to where you can take your girlfriend on the cruise, just like you were talking about cruises and everything. But don't take her on Carnival, because I understand exactly what you're saying, Cowboy, about it's the same way with Disneyland and any of them. They're going to keep back the prices up there because basically they don't want that certain type of person in there.
Yeah, you can be poor but not act like an idiot. And that's the problem on these Carnival cruises. White, black, Hispanic don't know how to act. They're playing their music loud and they're smoking marijuana. He West Gold sets a price, and they let this stuff go too long on Carnival Cruise, way too long. So now they're trying to dial it back, and some black chick goes, "I don't want to go on Royal Cruise. It's too bougie." It's above your pay grade. It's like you guys saw me in St. Martin and DB Little Bay. It's a nice price point where you don't have a bunch of idiots. It's a great price point to enjoy, and there's no BS going on there. It's a nice, quiet place to go. Unlike you go to Mexico and you get to these places where it's cheap and people acting like morons and getting in fights. You don't need that kind of behavior. People want to go on a cruise and have a good time, not see fighting, smoking marijuana, that kind of behavior. And it's not only it's about a black thing; it's about poor people acting like fools. It's all it is to it. It's all there is to it. And
it was part of it. It was part of their society. You can't blame them. You got to blame it on society.
Correct. And you don't want to behave yourself. It's way work. What's up, black chick goes, don't be taking this stuff to Target. We don't need that kind of stuff. Like I said,
hey, that's true. That's exactly true. You can go to Target and you will see a different type of person if you go to Walmart.
Correct.
You're exactly right.
Just like Spirit Airlines, it's just fighting people. Southwest, it's just people that don't know how to travel. What's that other cruise line that's really good? That's got no kids and no gambling. Viking is really nice.
Vikings.
You get couples in there that know what they're doing. You don't see any smoking dope or fighting. I've never been on one, but they're nice. They're expensive, but it is what it is.
Right.
I don't know poor people, but I know people that are poor that don't act like idiots. You don't. Right. I love the videos of some white couple. They smuggled on alcohol and marijuana, and they show it in the video. Well, guess what? They got banned. If you're gonna smuggle, let's not show everybody. Stupid idiots. But that's just Carnival.
Yeah, well, you want to stay from one of those all-inclusive vacations.
Yeah,
you're just going to have a bunch of people that are going crazy.
Right. I mean, it's just dumb how they act. It's like
Caravan Carolyn, when I had posted that thing where she was down there in Mexico.
Yep.
She said, "Oh yeah, I was here years ago, and it's changed a little bit. We've got a lot more of the local crowd here, the brown people.
Yep.
Guess what? They're just like us." And I'm going, "Oh my God, this is blind views."
Yeah, she was.
I mean, my God, what she said.
That was so funny at the pool too. She goes, and these people are. She's videoed to these people. They're having sex, and it's like, what is? I mean, again, she.
I've watched them 6 times.
I know, it's like she's sitting at a resort. It's a low budget resort. So guess what you're going to get? Weird people.
Right.
That's it. So she's in Mexico. God forbid she'd go to St. Martin somewhere where you pay a little above the braid and you don't have that kind of behavior. But she's the most I've only seen a couple of her videos. The most unhappiest woman I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't think you could take.
Yeah.
You could take her to a steakhouse and she'd bitch. Give her $100 bill, like she's like my brother, who I call the bitch. You could give that woman $100 bill and she'd bitch that it's old. She just doesn't seem like she's ever happy, ever. She lives over there in Mesa, in Apache Junction area, and she lives in one of their trailer parks. So I remember because I used to watch her all the time. I really did until she started getting real nasty after COVID and everything. But because when you first get into it, you don't know who you're watching and how they are. Correct.
And she was originally from down here. She moved down from Washington. She used to be a cop, and she never was married, but she had a boy, and he's kind of a half-wit kid, pot smoking one, and anyways, it's just a mess. She likes to go over there to the VFW because of her boyfriend. What's his name? I can't remember it now. But Rob or something like that. But yeah, she likes to get slushed.
Yeah. But
and there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Oh, you're a happy slush.
Correct. No, she just seems a very unhappy woman. But gentlemen, this is getting to be a very long. These podcasts are fun, but it's getting real long. But anything you two, Carl, anything you want to say about your probation on Saturday when it comes up? I have a video coming out on you on that day about your probation. So, what's your thoughts on your probation? What are you going to do when your probation ends on Saturday? Self-imposed, in my mind.
I really don't know, so I don't want to make any promises. But I'd like to know if that was really true in Trump's.
If there was,
he's really pulling his pants. It's like he's not changing his diaper, and all these people are like going, "Oh my God, he stinks."
The hunch, Donald J. The hunch.
You have not been watching the news for quite a while, because I hate to tell you, that's old news.
Yeah, that is old.
Got a lot of other stuff that's going on with him now.
But see, Carl doesn't. Carl doesn't read.
I was getting all my news from Cowpote.
I see.
If Cowpote didn't tell me, I didn't know about it.
Exactly, because he doesn't read Shout Me People. He's too busy watching Sarasota Tim. So don't lie to us. Line then or line now.
I think we need to get a video next to the poolside there, Carl. We need a poolside video, and something like that. If you're in the pool or something, you can have your wife videoing you, and then also too on these Miller Lite bottles, the bottle caps. I can't get them off with a darn. I got to use a bottle opener. I'm sorry. I saw you doing one the other night, and it was like. It's tough. It is tough.
Gentlemen.
Yeah, I was like, well, maybe I have to have a bottle up here, and then I did it a little harder, and it opened up.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, the view is coming to a close. I appreciate Casey, you guys coming in. You guys behave yourself, and the brown shirts will be live tonight, and we'll see if he gets triggered tonight. So I appreciate you both coming on the show.
You'll have to let me know because I'm not watching.
We'll know. Mark will say something.
I'm gonna miss nothing anyways.
I'm doing a vacation from both of them. So.
We'll see how long that lasts, Carl. You will see how long that lasts.
I think I'm up on the 12th.
Yeah,
the 12th is my last day.
Yep, and I have a video coming out that day on you to rip you. So anyways, Mark, you behave yourself. And Carl, thanks for coming on the show. We'll talk to you guys both later, okay?
All right, I'll talk to you later.
There they go, you guys. The View, we got the triple treat today. It's always good to have that kind of behavior coming on. Both those guys coming on, all three of those guys coming on the phone. I appreciate it. Long-ass audio version on the video platform. We always appreciate, remember that we always talk about September 1st, 1939, and the capitulation on September 2nd, 1945, when it ended World War II and plenty of war, men and women in the armed forces. We appreciate all your branches out there. The men and women in blue, God bless working class, balls the size of World War trees, the Air Force, the Army, and the Marines, the Navy, the Maritime Coast in uniform. We appreciate you guys very, very much. Would you shower in the shower of Penn State? Or not shower in the shower of Penn State, okay? Make good choices. Don't want poor people. Put a condom on. Put little pills. Please. Safe sex. Issue through, but don't drink and drive. Start burning down. We do appreciate everybody that comes to the show. We really do. Hopefully, have a good 4th of July. Fear-mongering radio. We're out of here. Bitch, please me. Bitch, please. Thank you very much. The View here on Fear-mongering radio on a beautiful Thursday night here in the great state of Minnesota. Ladies and gentlemen, this voice, The View, is out!